Hello to my lovely, lovely Cappies. I hope you're well today. I hope you're happy. Let's see, what have I got for you today? Well, for a start, it's not Thursday, it's Tuesday because I couldn't wait to do your reading. I was quite determined again to try and wait for Thursday because like coffee with Cappy on a Thursday is a thing. But I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I just wanted to move the date forward, Cappy. That's what happened. Um, Basically, because I had a big gap between doing Sagittarius's reading and waiting to do your reading, I started to get messages through, and I thought it's going to get really complicated. There's going to be too much information. I just need to do the reading. I couldn't wait. And I've not got coffee today. I've got lemon and ginger tea with honey because I've been a little bit poorly and I needed it. I needed it. So forgive me, Cappy, for breaking with tradition a little bit here. Right, notes then. I have got quite a bit for you. There's going to be quite a few songs down there in that description box that you can check out. But I'm going to try and get through the intuitive messages on the slightly quicker side. I know your kind of time is money. So I've got my Beskar nails on. Now I wanted to have my nice pink, lovely nails, but no, that Beskar nail varnish was really calling to me. So if you don't know Beskar armor, it's a Star Wars reference. It's from the Mandalorians, and it's like a very, very strong metal. So it's a really good metal for armor, and expensive too. So to me, this means that you need the armor for something. Now, it's not coming through that you are defensive. It's not like you've got your barriers up. You're not in that like Cancerian crabby energy. It's not defensive energy, because at first I thought maybe it was like, because it's coming through like this feeling of love. Like I said, I wanted to have the pink nails, which to me is like, you know, like lovey-dovey. It feels more like you're not defensive, you're not pushing away, you're protecting. There's a big difference between defense and protection. So yeah, they were showing me this card from the Tarot de la Nuit, which is the Emperor. Now you have been dealing with an Emperor, but I feel like you're now in this Emperor energy. And you're protecting this Piscean energy. And again, you keep getting a link between Pisces and Capricorn. So it feels like you're now in this Emperor energy, in kind of, again, don't worry about gender, and you're protecting something I feel that is close to your heart, or someone that's close to your heart. It feels like it could be a group, you know, more like a situation, but it feels very, now it could be your own heart, because you have been having that kind of closed emotions thing going on for a while. And with the water trickling in through the cave, so it could be your own emotions, your own heart space. They were giving me that motif again of like the butterfly unfurling its wings, and it being a very delicate time. So whatever this thing is that you're protecting, it's very, very delicate. It feels very new. It feels quite vulnerable. What was the word? Gentle I wrote. Gentle and delicate. Protecting something, gentle and delicate butterfly wings is how I wrote it. Okay, I'm going to move forward in a second, but I'm just trying to, again, this is what I mean, I get so much information, it's hard to, I have to kind of arrange it in a way that's going to make sense to you, rather than the way it comes through to me, where it's just like glimpses and flashes and jigsaw puzzle pieces and things like that. So protecting something because it's fragile. And then it's kind of reminding me of this image here, if you've ever seen this image, this Seven of Earth. So you can see he's almost like turning. Now again, it could be your own masculine and feminine side. It could be you're this person and somebody's protecting you, or vice versa. Just take it as it resonates. But it's like, you see the same pose, he's like turning away. And I always think this looks almost like a paw or a hand turning him away from this fairy, this gentle energy that wants or needs protection. So it's like there's something, this person cares about something, there's something in the heart space here, and it feels fragile. It could be your child, but there's a reluctance to leave it as well. I feel like you did have to leave it. I don't know who this came through for. I feel like it could have been a Virgo reading, but somebody had this a while back where it's like this person was being turned away from something, and they were reluctant to leave it, but it's like they had to go and do some work. They had something to do. And here there's this kind of, oh, that's what it is. Sorry, they're giving me Orpheus leading his wife up from the underworld, because there's this kind of like, will you follow me energy. It's like, I'm going to go first. I have to lead the way. I have to go through this so that you can follow me. But he is looking back. Sorry, he was told not to look back, but he is looking back. There's something in that. And the only reason I'm saying that as well is because it came to me then, and as I was shuffling this deck, the card, the Underworld, came out. So there's something there in that. You did get some readings a long time ago that were like, you were doing some really deep, dark shadow work. You really went down there, like right to the bottom of, you know, the cave system of your own psyche, you know. You really did some deep shadow work. They're giving me like deeper than no man has gone before. I think that came through for somebody else as well recently, and it was, yeah. It's like you found something down there and you've let it back up. But it's good, right? It's good. It shouldn't be down there. Right, okay, completely went off on a tangent there. I wasn't expecting that to come through, but it did. Also here, where is it? What he's, I can't remember how it happened, but the cards kind of fell apart, and it was like underneath this Seven of Earth was the Emperor. So again, we've got the same imagery, looking back at this feminine. Again, it could be, you know, you've been in a very masculine role, Capricorn. You are kind of known as a sign for being very entrepreneurial, very business-like, very focused on work and career, you know, really climbing that ladder of success. So it could be now there's almost a switching of modes where you're kind of looking at another aspect of yourself. Perhaps you've just become a parent, you know, you're playing a different role. There's something about playing different roles as well. Can you see the wearing masks here? And then the not wearing masks. Okay, playing a different role. I've got that in my notes, so I'm going to come back to that. And then even on this deck over here, I'm getting the same message again. So I thought, oh, Two of Cups. Oh, the Emperor again. Oh, what's behind the Emperor? This feminine energy and a decision being made here. So again, this a lot of Cancerian energy as well in the feminine, but Cancerian energy is the most feminine energy. So yeah, look at that, the same again. So as I say, it could be your own heart space, but the Two of Cups indicates that there is a partnership here. And again, it doesn't have to be love, it could be something in business, it could be you and your child. But it looks very, very good. Like, this is a really beautiful card if you look at the energy there between them. So really nice reading. There you are as well. Like, King of Pentacles is typically Taurus, but it comes through for you a lot as well. Or perhaps this is what you're looking for. This is what you're wishing for. You want somebody who's like stable and grounded and solid and dependable. You're waiting for somebody who's like in that Emperor energy. Or you've been in King of Pentacles energy and now you want to be in Emperor energy. But to be in Emperor energy, you have to be all four Kings of the Tarot. So if you've kind of... again, you can be feminine and be in Emperor energy. I'm Libra and I keep showing up as Emperor energy as well. So don't worry about the masculine, feminine, you know, how you identify is fine. It's just the way that it's communicating the messages to you. So, yeah, I feel like you've possibly achieved something. You've achieved some sort of goal. I'm not meant to be reading these cards. I'm meant to be reading these cards, and I said I was going to be quick, and they just keep speaking. Look, yeah, contract. You've achieved something. You've completed a contract. It could be a karmic contract, it could be a work contract. You've achieved something, you've achieved a dream, you're the King of Pentacles. So now it's like, well, what's next? What is the next role that I play? What is the next stage of development? And it's something to do with your emotions or something you feel emotional about. Feels new as well. Okay. Chatty cards, hey? I'm not even meant to be using these decks. And the Magician there as well. This feels like your energy too. Taking dreams and wishes, making it happen. Could be working with some kind of High Priestess type person who gets the messages. You make the messages happen. You know, you're making the dreams real. Okay. Whew. So on with my notes, trying to be a little bit quicker. So I got this feeling of almost like self-sacrifice or greater good, especially with this energy. So like you had to walk away from something that you had emotion for, you wanted to protect this thing. Is it going to be okay if I walk away from it? Aquarius, they're telling me Aquarius, I think it came through in an Aquarius reading. Yeah, you had to move away, you had work to do, you had something that you had to complete, could have been shadow work that you had to do. Feels like not the right time with it being the Seven of Pentacles. That has an element of timing, of being patient, of waiting. I feel like I saw patience as well. Call there though as well, that's like judgment. So yeah, it's like you had to walk away from something, you had to self-sacrifice in the moment. It was for the greater good. But it's like the universe has seen this, you'll be rewarded for this. So you had to self-sacrifice, but you'll get a reward. So you may have had to give something up to receive something. So little message there. Somebody had a temper tantrum. Somebody, it could have been you, it could have been somebody else, but the mask slipped. Something came out that maybe they didn't want to come out. A little temper tantrum there. Kind of came through as a bit of a tower moment. But it came through, somebody had a realization because of it. Somebody saw something that they couldn't see before, they got the bigger picture. And somebody has been playing a role, perhaps a few different people have been playing a role, again with the masks coming off. The masks have come off, you can see clearly now. I haven't wrote that song down, but go for it if you want it. Something about knowledge and the Devil card. Your card is the Devil card in the tarot. It's the original meaning of this card, and the original meaning, if you want to look at different interpretations of what we call the devil, right, to me it's a card about doing shadow work. You know, what are you chained to? Now you could be emotionally chained to things, you could be addicted to things, you could have obsessions for things, but it's something that keeps you tied, normally in the tarot. But for me it's and I mean it definitely comes through in your energy, Cappy, where you get very fixed on things. It could be fixed on a goal, fixed on an idea. You know, you like, you know, things to be long term. So it comes through for you that way. How have I managed to scuff my Beskar nails? Oh no, you can see underneath my armour. Oh no. I sat there for ages as well to wait for them to dry. And I still managed to scuff them. Right. So, but if you look at, I've been getting these messages for a while, and I feel like it's for your reading. There's something to do with the devil and enlightenment. So if you look at people like Prometheus, who brought fire from Mount Olympus down to the humans, he wanted to protect them. He knew that fire protected them. If you want to look at, I think there's an Asian myth as well, something to do with a lizard or a snake that brought water down to the humans. So it's divine gifts. Again, we've got that magician card. So divine gifts, divine knowledge, perhaps being interpreted badly by people because it's seen as other, right? But it's knowledge, and the devil's only going to give you knowledge if you can handle it. Sort of in a kind of a, can you be trusted with this knowledge kind of way. Like I'm sorry, I'm going off on a rant, but it's what's been coming through. So if you want to look at shadow energy, shadow work, empowerment, incorporation of the shadow, that's kind of Carl Jung. You can go and look into that. So yeah, Libra had a reading as well, but again, the ocean's going to come back into this, because Libra had a reading where they'd done a lot of shadow work. There was this great big whale under their water, and they were kind of inviting somebody else to come in and explore their shadow side. So it feels sort of like a similar thing, and I'll come back to that. The song Break On Through to the Other Side came through by The Doors, which is very interesting because Leo has been getting a message, and it came through with a bit of Leo energy as well. Leo's been getting this messages of about two people trying to get through a door, but they're trying to break through at the same time, so it caused a blockage. So it's like you had to come apart in order for that door to open so that you could come through. So again, this message again of coming apart to come together. It's almost like release and receive, you know, let it go, let it flow, those kind of messages. So there's something with that, but maybe it's time now to break through that door. I think, was it you or Leo? Somebody had something about platform 9 3/4 and having to take a run up to get through it. Yeah, it does feel, again with the Beskar armor, it feels like you're getting close to doing something. You're kind of at the last push of something. The song that actually randomized when I asked for a specific song for your reading was Street Spirit by Radiohead, that fade out song. So again with the doors, do take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I'm not encouraging anything. You go and interpret that however you want to interpret it. I got a couple of TV shows. I didn't know of this TV show, but I got a song in my head. What was it? Something Blondie, not the song, not the band Blondie, but the words were like Blondie something or other. And I googled it, and it was from a TV show which became a series of films called Blondie, and it's like Blondie and something. But I kind of got, the song that I heard was very old-fashioned, and it was, when I found the TV show, it was of the right time. So there's something with that. I got the Octonauts theme song. I was just doing something, I can't remember what I was doing. I was on my phone, and I was like, it dawned on me, you know when you've got a song in the back of your head, and it dawned on me, I was like, that's the Octonauts. That's the Octonauts. It's so funny. And I was like, of all the songs I could have, I've got a kids TV show in my head. My kids used to love I loved the Octonauts when my kids were little. It's an educational TV show about, teaches you about the ocean and marine life. And what I could specifically see when I realised what I was hearing, I was seeing the main character who's like a polar bear. He's the captain of the Octonauts. And I felt like it came through about 5 days ago, but I felt like it was a message for you or for Pisces. Again, you could be connecting with the Pisces, because the polar bear for me is Pisces energy. It's also perseverance energy, which is what I think you've been doing, persevering with something to get into that Emperor energy in the first place, right? You've got to persevere. You've got to be in 9 of Wands energy to be the Emperor. Too much information coming through, Cappy. Why do you do this to me? So I sound crazy, you know, when you can hear yourself like suddenly you go into third person and you're like, oh my god, what do I sound like right now? But this is why I had to do the reading. I couldn't wait 2 more days in this energy. It's too much. So yeah, it's the polar bear's Pisces for me, and the Octonauts, octopus is a motif that comes through for you. Because you've got many hands, you do a lot of things, right? You're always busy, you juggle things. So could be for you, could be for Pisces, but I do get this kind of, as I said in another one of your readings, it was like the mountain goat with the fishtail. So I feel like there's something for you there, you know, again with the Emperor, with the more Piscean energy behind it, something there. I got something about underwater as well, definitely keeps coming through. Underwater, submarines, it's kind of like a base under the water. My daughter plays Subnautica. Again, she used to love Octonauts. Now she's a bit older, she loves Subnautica. But I had a dream where I was kind of in this kind of either a submarine or an underwater base. It was very, very deep under the ocean, and the water was leaking through a window. It was dripping on me as I was trying to sleep. So there was something about having to come up from the ocean floor, and needing the air to do it, right, which could symbolize thoughts, you know, and you had to do it quite slowly. It was going to take 7 days because you didn't want to come up too quickly and get the bends. Funny, I'm talking about getting the bends, there's an ambulance going past. So just be careful if you're doing any diving or anything like that. If you are going on holiday, and you're doing some kind of snorkeling or something, just be careful there. But the ocean symbolises deep emotions for me, and this was right on the, again, on the bottom of the ocean. So very, very deep emotional shadow work there that somebody's been doing. It could be time to come up, time to resurface, I'm hearing. I feel like I had something else with that and I can't. Oh, Billy Ocean. I've had Love Really Hurts stuck in my head. It came through a few days ago, and all morning it's been stuck in my head. I listened to it about 5 times on YouTube as I was getting ready to do the reading, because I love that song so much. And it's I feel like this is something to do with the message, because I did kind of pull the 3 of Swords when I was saying, what are you protecting against. It came out as like Leo and Three of Swords, but I'll tell you why. It had the Strength card, it had the King of Wands, which are both Leo for me. I also saw the Sun card, and it came out with the Three of Swords, and there was another card there as well. I've forgotten what it was now. The Wheel of Fortune. So it was like, why would you want to protect against this energy? I don't know, but that is there for you if you want to interpret that yourself. So love really hurts. So being defensive because you feel passionate about something, you feel turned on by someone, you're scared of getting your heart hurt, which is why you're protecting your heart. Could be something there. But I love that song. To me, it's a wedding song. In the UK, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but in the UK, in the Northwest, if you have grown up like me and gone to wedding parties, that song is almost like guaranteed to play, and I love it. I think it's such an upbeat, fun song, like the tune of it and stuff, which is funny because he's like, I don't know, there's something to that. But yeah, to me it's a wedding song. But it's Billy Ocean, Billy Goats, right? You're the goat, you know, in the astrology, and the ocean, you're the ocean goat. That's why you've got Billy Ocean. When it dawned on me, I was like, oh yeah, that's why they're giving me that song. 2-2. Libra, I've been getting I got 2-2-3 for Libra, and at the time when I got that reading, it didn't mean anything to me. I'm a Libra, and ever since I did that reading, I'm seeing 22 everywhere. But for me, for you, it's coming through like 2-2. Like somebody could be a ballerina or wearing a tutu, or Desmond Tutu, I don't know. Dragons seem to be a thing. I've been using this deck for everybody, but for you, maybe you're the Philosopher. The Philosopher's Stone could be a thing. Again, back to Libra, Diamond Heart. So they're just giving me too much. And it's really weird because you're an earth sign. You're not meant to be. It's like when I read for Scorpio and I just get so much stuff and I have to go and have a lie down afterwards. It's like you're the same. I just get so much information for you intuitively. Yeah, dragons could be a thing. So I'm using the dragon deck, but it feels more like dragons specifically as something to do with you. Oh, also I was seeing the resistance sign from Star Wars. I was getting Star Wars through, and the rebels. Sorry, the rebels. It was not the resistance. And they were showing me Han Solo. They kept on showing me Han Solo. So there's something there as well. Stolen car. Somebody could have a stolen car. Make sure you look after your car. Right, okay, that's it. Phew! We made it. Right. I'm gonna have this because that was a lot of talking. Thank you for bearing with me. Again, I know that you are busy people, so why on earth these readings get so long, I don't know. Something's trying to show there already. Nope, went back in. Didn't want it. Okay. Capricorn, Thursday. I should say as well, I didn't do my my thing. This is a shadow reading. Very Carl Jung, right? A philosopher. No wonder. Maybe you study philosophy. Maybe you were a philosophy student. I don't know. But this deep shadow work, it can be very, very triggering. It can be very challenging. It can bring things up from your childhood, things up that you know, you're touchy about. So huge trigger warning. I don't know what's going to come out in this reading. You are the devil in the tarot, so and it feels like you've been doing deep shadow work. So I am excited. I'm excited to do your reading. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to get? I'm using the Aleister Crowley deck. He was a very controversial figure, but I find it very, very useful for shadow work. Again, I'm not trying to do evil work or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we look at our dark side of ourselves, the things that we suppress, the things that we have pain about still, you know, the things that we carry that we need to release, the things that hold us back from living a full, happy life, because it can be like childhood wounding, stuff to do with the way that we were raised, things that happened in childhood, you know, disappointments in our lives, all sorts of different things, you know, all the things that can mess us up. So yeah, doing that deep, deep shadow work, figuring out ourselves, our own soul, and getting ourselves higher, you know, learning how to use that devil energy to empower us to be a better person, rather than having it be something that chains us and keeps us down and keeps us unhappy. So just to understand what I'm doing here. But again, if you are in counseling, in therapy, if you're doing anything like that, this may not complement what you're getting from professionals. So, you know, anything that doesn't work, just leave. And if this isn't the right reading for you at this time, it's okay to just walk away and leave it. I promise I'll do nicer readings next week. Okay, I'm gonna do you're the best readings next week. So let's see what we get. I mean, I always tell you you're the best anyway. You're the GOAT, Capricorn. Like, that's what you come to my readings for, right? This may be a harder one. Yeah, Three of Cups. That's what I was picking up on, like protecting the community, protecting the people that make you happy, protecting your chosen ones, you know, your family, your friends, your loved ones, your children, keeping them safe. You want to keep things safe. You don't want them to be hurt, is what I'm hearing. Strength. But that was what you were protecting against. It felt almost like you were protecting. If we just go back quickly to these cards, it felt like you were, because it had the strength on this side. I said, what is Cappy protecting, or what is being protected? Again, this doesn't have to be you. You could be being protected, but it's like, what is being protected? And you can see how this person's shield is completely see-through, which makes them vulnerable. Okay, so you're protecting something that's vulnerable against something that's strong. Right? You're protecting the weak against the strong. You're protecting the lambs against the wolves. They're telling me Peter cried wolf. Look at that as well. Okay. Yeah, there's the Magician as well there. The Lust card, I love that card. But again, it's Leo energy. Could be protecting somebody against... Could be protecting yourself against people who are lusty. You know, you're perhaps a little bit vulnerable. Perhaps you're just dating or something. You know, you I don't know. Like, you could have been through something that was painful, and you're opening your heart space back up again. But you don't want to be taken advantage of by people who are like lusty. Or there's literally someone around you. Like maybe you've got like a teenage daughter. You want to protect her against. You know, teach her about people who may want to take advantage of that innocence. Look again, the Priestess. I told you I was seeing the High Priestess. Okay, something about like Greek and Roman culture, like the Oracle of Delphi, the High Priestess. Augustus had he invested quite a lot of the state money into the temples of the priestesses. I think there was like Vesta, but I think there was there were other temples where they had like the oracles, and it was basically in ancient Rome, young girls had the choice of basically getting married. It was like, if you had a daughter, it was like, right, I need to get somebody who's like successful, they're wealthy, you know, they have that sense of security. I need to marry them into a family that's going to be able to protect them. You know, it's like if anyone attacks this girl, you know, again, it's a very patriarchal system, but it's like, if any, you know, I need to make sure that she's protected by a family. I don't want her to be with a poor person who can't defend her, you know. Again, very old-fashioned thinking. I'm not saying that this is the way it should be or anything like that. It's the way it was. Yeah, it was basically, what do? I've got daughters. I need to make sure that they marry well. You know, that they bring my family respect by making these ties. But another choice for them was, you know, they could go and be like a Vestal Virgin. You know, they could go into the priestesshood, and that was seen as being a huge honor. So if Augustus, you know, chose a respectable daughter from a respectable family to join, you know, the Vestal Virgins, that was a massive, huge honor, and they were very, very protected. You know, if they followed the rules. There's other evidence as well, there's controversies there, but in general it was a way to protect girls and give them honor. So I don't know why that's coming through. But it feels like, again, we've got like the Emperor protecting the priestesses. Weird reading. I knew I was going to get an interesting one with you. Right. Three of Cups, abundance. So this is your shadow energy. Really interesting that it says Mercury in Cancer. And I was talking about all that Cancerian energy that you're coming across as protecting. Again, you can flip it if you need to. It could be that you're this kind of almost like high priestess, emotionally in tune, but perhaps a little naive energy, and somebody's protecting you. So again, Cancerian energy is an energy that has a very vulnerable center but a hard outside. So again, it could just be two sides of yourself. You know, you're protecting your own heart space. But Mercury is communication. Right, okay. Mercury in Cancer. Overflowing exchange of love, rare valuable feelings and perception which can be communicated intimately. So this, again, it's your shadow work. And it's funny as well, I was talking about Orpheus and I can't remember her name, Orpheus and his wife coming up out of the underworld, and I saw the underworld from this deck. Because it mentions pomegranates and the High Priestess, right? The High Priestess normally has pomegranates on a card. And it says the Three of Cups are made of pomegranates. I love pomegranates. Hard to eat though. This rare and delicious fruit symbolises the vital treasures inherent in uncommon love. Scorpio had this. Because I remember being like, what are you up to, Scorpio? The rare and delicious fruit symbolises the vital treasures inherent in uncommon love. The cups stand on golden lotus blossoms, and golden lotuses fill them to overflowing. Sorry, they were giving me imagery again. I'm getting so much in your reading, it's ridiculous. They're drawing me back to the dragons and saying dragon eggs. Sorry, I'm just... ages ago, and I cannot remember who it came through for, I was shown this very, very beautiful crystal lotus flower. It was like a Tiffany or a Fabergé, like a Fabergé egg, right? And it was like all the petals were closed. It was very, very beautiful, translucent, like the light shining through, like making the rainbows, this lotus flower. And it opened gradually. It was almost like you know, like a statement piece of art that a jewelry maker had created, and it opened up, and it was, I think it had a beetle inside it. I can't remember properly now, but they're showing me the lotus again, and it was crystal. And now they're showing me the same thing, but it's like a golden lotus, and it's opening up, and they're showing me the dragons. So, and then like Game of Thrones, where she has the dragon eggs. So it's almost like a dragon egg, but it opens up like a lotus flower. Okay. I don't know what any of this means. If it doesn't mean anything to you, just leave it. I don't know why it's coming through, right? I just tell you what I'm getting. Love pours out with overflowing joy. The love represented here is of the highest order. No wonder you want to protect it then, right? It is available to be shared only with a small circle of people. The Three Cups may stand for three important people in your life, with whom you can exchange these precious and exquisite feelings with great intimacy. Such relationships are rare gifts. Care for them with respect and gratitude. It's coming through very differently for you than it was for Scorpio. For you, it's something very, very beautiful that needs to be protected. You could be protecting a Scorpio, because Scorpio had something about the maiden. So it's almost like they were the vulnerable one that needed the protection. Where for you, it's like you see this, you see how beautiful it is, you need to protect it. Care for them with respect and gratitude. Indication, you have something especially valuable to share. Be open for the people who can share these exquisite feelings with you. They are also a gift. You don't need to look for them. The universe is bringing them to you. I told you the universe is bringing you a gift, right? And it's coming in the form of like people and love. because you self-sacrificed, right? You walked away a long time ago, I'm hearing, a long time ago. You've been patient. Okay, so the question posed to you, are there people towards whom you have not yet outwardly expressed the love you feel for them? Are there any people towards whom you have not yet outwardly expressed the love you feel for them? Suggestion, give whatever you would like to now in full awareness of your boundless richness. Affirmation, today life gives me everything I need to be happy. Why do you do this to me, Capricorn? Why do you get me all in my feelings? Why are you like this? Okay. I think you're getting a gift because you did shadow work. I think you're being rewarded because you went and did that. You went right down to the bottom of the ocean, right? Ocean goat. Climber. Oh, excuse me, my daughter's here. Let me just pause. Well, our daughter wants to say hello.
Good morning, afternoon or evening to everybody watching. I just woke up. So.
Oh, that was interesting. I just paused right there as she left the room, and I paused on 3553 mirror number, so you can actually check that yourself. You may not be able to notice the pause, but yeah, 3553. So yeah, watch out for mirror numbers. The healer. I'm not going to take these cards because I wasn't really paying attention, but the healer, the vision, this is always a shared vision between two people. Two people have seen something. There's a healing relationship here. Kairos. Let me just double check what Kairos means. I feel like it's... I don't know. I don't want to say it wrong. Let me just check it. Check what that is. Again with... Oh, look! It's like the lotus. This is what I'm seeing, like the dragon egg or the lotus, but it's completely unfurled, right? It's that pattern. Mythic time and synchronicity. We all have the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond the telling me, dude, where's my car? Again, somebody could have lost the car or had the car. Dude, where's my car? Sorry, that time continuum thing that's in that movie. That goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we can access divine timing. Divine timing, that's this card. A single moment ripens, again with this ripening, right, of the... Hang on, I've lost track of time, I nearly said. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and the auspices as well, auspicious, that's again about divination. And our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us all and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it's all about patience. This is what he said. And precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. The rush of inner knowing. Alignment, ease in decisions and actions. When dark, fighting against time. So be patient. Don't try and fight time. I'm a bit blown away. I had this thing last week where I gained a day between Sunday and Monday because I worked on Sunday and then I went out with my colleagues on Monday evening, and I was talking to another person, and we were saying, and I was going, we worked yesterday. I was like, I can't believe we worked yesterday. I feel like I've had a day in between. And then on Wednesday, I thought it was Tuesday. I had something to do on Wednesday. There was something that's like scheduled on Wednesday. And in the morning, I was just kind of taking my time, thinking it was Tuesday. So I gained a day and lost a day, like the days moved. And it's funny because I said something at the start of the reading where, you know, I've brought the date forward. There's this like switching around of the days. The mystic and the mentor. Look at those two together. Bloody hell, Capricorn. Do you know, people say that Capricorns are like boring, work orientated, like brown, practical, like people, and You're like secret philosophers, you're like secret mystical shaman mentors. I always think that the further you get along in the signs, so Aries is like the baby of the tarot, it's like the new souls, and the further you get through the star signs, the older the souls tend to get. So I feel like Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces are kind of like old soul energy, Sagittarius too. Okay, I get so distracted. Shadow energy, please. They're giving me too many. I'm not reading all these. The storm, that's that tower. It's like using it, using the storm, using the tower. Referencing the eggs again, you should put the eggs in the fire. It's like something will ripen in the eye of the storm. There's the eye of the storm. The shaman, the ring, the offering. You'll know. Because this is your energy right now. This is what I'm saying. You'll know. This is infinity. It's also protection as well. You can see almost like the snake scales. So it's like the snake's coming in. It's going to wrap around. And then it will be the eye of the storm. You'll be protected and you can make an offer. Here's the hand reaching. It's almost like let the universe do its thing. The universe is coming in with this divine timing to protect you from a storm where the moment will be right. You might have to, again, the offering card has this element of self-sacrifice or offering something up. You know, of offering yourself in service to the universe. Like being a divine tool of the universe. Like if you were like a high priestess, right? Like if you were an oracle, there is a sense of serving the universe, self-sacrifice that comes along with it. I'm not saying like literally self-sacrifice, obviously don't do anything silly, but if it's coming through as like selflessness for the greater good, but the universe rewards you because they are trying to protect you because you're of service to them. I knew I was excited for your reading for a reason. Like, this is like, it's proper out there, isn't it? No wonder I was getting Star Wars. Okay, let's go to these like cosmic dragons now. What next, please? What have we got here for? So this is advice. That's like your shadow side, but I feel like you've done it. All I think you have to do is open up, but I feel like you're just waiting for the right time to reveal something, to offer something. They tried to give me a song, but I didn't quite get it. It was like open up your heart, open your heart, open up your heart, but then it changed to change of heart, look around you. Everybody's gotta learn sometimes. So what does Cappy do with this? Like advice, please. How do we work with this? You've got singled and Father Time again with this divine timing. It's like Kronos, right? Oh yeah, two. This is the only card with 2 dragons on. I read it for somebody. I don't know. It could have been. I feel like it was either Scorpio or Sagittarius. My hair's getting in my way. Scorpio or Sagittarius. Well, that's almost like that dragon. I mean, it's not. This is magic and manifestation, but I'm just noticing the colours. And you've got 2 dragons. So it's like you and the universe, you and divine timing. I like it. I know that some people, especially like a few Capricorns, are going to be like, what on earth is this wacky reading? Like I say, I promise, I'm going to try and get my feet back on the ground next week and do a lovely reading. I might do something like, what do people love about you in the next set of readings, you know, because we have done the shadow work, so we deserve like, We deserve something for getting through all this. Right, Father Time, let yourself sink a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness. Father Time is probably as old as the universe itself. They're showing me the star whale from another deck. I may try and remember. No, I'm going to pause. I'm going to get it out just so you can see. Do you know, I tipped it out because it's this deck with this stag that they were showing it me from, and you've been getting that every single time. Every single time I even think about doing one of your readings, that stag comes out. So when I tipped it out of the box, I did it really carefully, but it was the canary on the bottom. But whale spirit, this is what they're showing me. To me, it's like this star whale from Doctor Who. It's trust the great mystery. Trust the great mystery. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Let's just get the great mystery out of the way, then we can move on. Okay, this commanding wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant chatter of your mind and just be. Didn't I say about the deep dive and finding the whale down there at the bottom of the ocean? And right, yeah, well, it's you. That's why my brain's going like the clappers. Constant chatter of your mind. This wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant chatter of your mind and just be. His presence supports our grounding, and I just said I wanted to get grounded, and brings focus to the moment. His aim is that we let go of linear time. They're showing me the magician again. The magician grounds. He's disappeared into that tarot deck now, but yeah, the magician takes the universal and grounds it. I'm sorry, I'm going to try and read this without interrupting myself. His aim is that we let go of linear time. Again. For it is a man-made concept. His energy helps us to enter the void, which is particularly useful during meditation. His message today is, now this moment in time is a gift. Again, with this thing with the gift, right? You've got something about non-linear time, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, and a gift, right? So Cappy, now this moment in time is a gift, which is why it's called the present. Allow all time to stop. They're giving me a song. Stop the clocks, it's amazing. I love the way the light dances off your hair. A million colours. It's Ed Sheeran. Sorry, it's still going there. I think they were trying to get me to something, but it's kind of faded out now, like the Radiohead song. Allow all time to stop and break your habit of clock chasing, because in reality there is only now. Let yourself sink a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness and let go. The man-made concept of linear time is illusionary. It only serves to fuel the doubts in your life. I am here to guide you to a more tranquil way of being. So show me the matrix, to be fully present in the moment. An inception. He goes on to say, the stresses of your existence are often due to your preoccupation with time. Okay, that sounds very Cappy. The stresses of your existence are often due to your preoccupation with time. They're giving me so much intuitively. It's really hard to get through this reading. But now they're giving me, I think it's Billy Joel. Vienna waits for you. So you go and look up, I think on Genius lyrics, the meaning behind that song. Find your point of centre, breathe and let go. Whether these anxieties are from a lack of time or a feeling of not being good enough, nothing is gained by being fretful. Stop setting yourself unrealistic timescales and such high expectations. Stop setting yourself unrealistic timescales and such high expectations. You can achieve without making. They're telling me Virgo. Again with the Seven of Earth. Virgo, someone may have a Virgo Mars placement. They tend to over multitask because they're very, very good at multitasking. So sometimes they take on too much. You can achieve without making it so difficult for yourself. You as human doings, dragons refer to us as human doings rather than human beings, fail to see that much of your stress is unconscious, as it is as natural to you as breathing. Recognize this and release it. With this quietness of mind, Father Time aids you in finding clarity in all life situations and helps you see the bigger picture, allowing you to reach a new level of understanding. So you need to slow down. You need to not take on too much. Again, with the octopus, right? Taking on too much, doing too many things, being too many things to too many people. Value your time. This time Vienna waits for you again. Use your time efficiently and effectively. Again, write those jobs lists, prioritize, right? Let things go if they can wait for another day. You had something a while back that was like, am I still recording? I'm really paranoid that it's cut out. You had something a while ago that was like, if you're going to spend your time, spend it wisely. So say you had lots of different jobs to do around the house. Rather than doing something that's going to be there again tomorrow, like washing the pots. Like you could wash the pots today, they're going to be back tomorrow. You could leave them, right? What's the harm? They're just going to be there tomorrow anyway. And you could go and do something that's going to be permanent. So for example, painting a wall. You know, if you paint a wall, that's a job that's done, then you can tick it off your jobs list. So there's something to do with like managing your time more effectively, but also making time to slow down, to literally like meditate, do yoga, go for a walk, stick some music on, have a hot bath, you know, even if it's half an hour a day, just to make sure you have that time to slow down. Because if you're constantly rushing, that's when you get those kind of, like how I'm doing today, it's like so many thoughts going all at once. It's overwhelming. So no wonder I had to get through your energy. But like I've been doing spirograph. So you may want to do some art projects or something like that. Anything that kind of slows you down and lets you almost meditate, right? Spirograph's brilliant because it's almost like methodical, so you may like that as an earth sign. It's like very satisfying. You could even like sit there and watch those, just waste an hour watching those videos on YouTube that are like most satisfying videos to watch, where it's like, you know, something pressing in sand over and over again, you know, like whatever works for you, whatever helps you to chill out, you know, if it's healthy. I feel like I had to stick that in there for somebody. If it's healthy, also, you know, treat your body well. You know, maybe your body's going to be with you for a long time. You know, maybe you're going to live to a ripe old age. Vienna waits for you. You're going to want to be able to enjoy it and not be in pain, or, you know, have a lot of health issues because you didn't treat your body well when you were younger. Okay. Too many messages. You're gonna have to rewatch this reading and get a notepad and kind of like jot down the key points. Okay, excuse me. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. So this is Sing Gold. Again with the gold, seems to be a thing. Are we ready? I was just drinking my my tea. Sin Gold is the dragon of gratitude, and he arrives when we need to take notice of and acknowledge old negative patterns. What was I just saying about look after your health? I was thinking about things like alcohol and weed, if I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, it could be anything though. But this is what he's saying, like, recognize your shadows. Because recognition is a huge part of the shadow work. Once we recognize it, we can do something about it. If we constantly refuse to look at ourselves and look at the negative behavior, then it's just going to keep manifesting. It's going to keep coming to the surface. Looking at it, seeing it for what it is getting that clarity, is a huge part of doing shadow work. Okay. He asks us to recognize old emotional blocks. For example, these can be self-doubt, fear, or jealousy. Somebody could have a bit of Scorpio in the chart. He has these words to say about gratitude. Review the same dragon again in relation to Scorpio energy. He has these words to say about gratitude. Review your life to date and find things to be grateful for, so you can rejoice in who you are. Acknowledge the fears, envy, guilt, or anger within. Again, accepting the shadow energy, because it's what you do with it that matters. Everybody feels anger. It's a normal human emotion. It means you're healthy and functioning as a human being. If you feel things like anger and fear, we're meant to feel those things. So, but it's what we do with them that matters. If fear makes you run away and freeze up and stops you from doing things you want to do, then that's not healthy. If you feel the fear and say, I don't know, fortune favours the bold. I feel the fear, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to use the fear as adrenaline. Then that's a more productive way of handling that emotion. Again, with anger, it's like you could go around punching walls, shouting. That's not productive. And again, Capricorn, you're all about productivity. So it's more productive to be like, I'm angry, I'm going to go for a run. I'm angry, I'm going to tidy my house. I tidy when I get angry. It's like the only time I tidy. It's like, because it's energy, anger's energy. So all emotions are just energy, right? So what do you do with that? If you love something, if you feel lust, are you going to take that as a bad thing and try and suppress it? Or are you going to be like, I feel healthy human feelings and I'm happy that I have the ability to love and to be passionate, and again, I'm going to channel that into poetry. You know, there's a lot of positive things that we can do with these squidgy human emotions. So yeah, accept the niggling doubts, admit they are present, for they are part of you. But you have no need to dwell here, for they are part of your past and are no longer relevant to your life now. Instead, revel in the pure joy of being alive. Seek the positive in your existence here on earth. Uncover the things to rejoice about. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth, again, giving me change of heart again, which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Your deep inner smile from within. That's going to make me cry because they're giving me like the imagery of like your heart being like that cold cave, that cold dark cave, because you were hurt by something, right? And then like the image of it lighting up finally, of getting that spark back, of seeing that the walls are made of diamonds and the glittering and dancing rainbows everywhere, and it's just, that water's been dripping in over time. It's like finding that again within yourself. Your deep inner smile. Seek a totem to act as a reminder. This can be an object small enough to carry or wear daily. Perhaps a beautiful shell or a crystal. Someone had a shell. I had that recently. Set the intention within it to stay focused on being joyful and grateful, so that when this totem is on your person, it reminds you that all is as it should be. You are learning the lessons of gratitude, and you are exactly where you should be now. You are exactly where you should be now. Same message, right? Think, chant, write, or sing joy, happiness, peace, laughter, or whatever, you know, get those emotions out if you want to do something cathartic. Put it to music, dance with it. Practice gratitude numerous times daily, until joy and feeling grateful become an intrinsic part of your everyday experience, everyday life. Count your blessings until an attitude of gratitude resides in your heart and settles you into a new pattern of being. Go forward with love deep in your heart. I feel so happy for you. I feel so happy for you. Go forward with love deep in your heart. They told me a new wave. It's like a new wave of your life, and waves obviously symbolize emotions. Like, you know how I said the King of Pentacles is learning. Again, he, she, they, right? But it's like you've done the work thing, you've done the career thing, and now you're doing the love thing. And it doesn't have to be romantic love as well. It can be loving your life, loving the things that you do, doing things not because they bring you money, but because they bring you joy. What else for Capri though? That is a lot. I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to look. because I wasn't focused. Excuse me. No. It's because they want the fairy deck. Look, I didn't even realise. Bloody lotus blossoms. 2 keys as well. They're trying to give me something with the keys. I'm not sure. Right. I've got the fairy deck because you were being pulled away from your fairy. You were being pulled away from your fairy, and I wanted to know what the fairy had to say about this. So, what did fairies have to say? New beginnings. That's what I just said, right? The new wave. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Again with the heart. Cappy, you get me all in my feelings. Why are your readings so sweet? New beginnings. Oh, look at the baby. Again, somebody could be becoming a parent. This... Sorry, fairy godmother's making me laugh. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby. I'm laughing because it's like how you know how like certain star signs are in your life. It's like for me, Virgos look after me. Virgos just look after me all the time. They know that I'm a train wreck. They're like, come on, I'm organised. I've got the ability to sort you out. And like, there's been a few fairy godmother Capricorns in my life. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Again, protect your dreams. And now it's like it's almost time to birth your dreams. Protect and nurture. Again, protect. That's what you're doing. You're protecting something that's close to your heart. The fairy godmother, protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Divination there as well. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. All right, cool. I'm drawing my attention to the diamond. It's like, have you got a Libra placement? Have you got a Libra diamond heart? Is this what's happening? Are you Libra Venus? Align your life. So this is where you're heading. Birthing a new age. Look at that again. Again, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I can't believe that the message is here. New beginnings, a new world, new wave. You're the guardian of your dreams. Birth. Like, you literally, I can't make it up. I can't do magic tricks with cards. I can't even shuffle properly, right? Align your life. What is not aligned and what needs to change, Cappy? I really hope I'm still recording. I am. Oh, it's been over an hour. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to waste your time. Hopefully you're multitasking. And hopefully you don't find it a waste of your time. I assume, though, any of the Cappies who thought this is a waste of my time have probably already left. So if you're still here, you're getting something from it, right? Align your life. What is not aligned or what needs to change? You may have to watch this reading a couple of times as well, you know, to actually remember all the bits of it. There's a lot in here. Maybe come back to it, you know, next week or something, because I tend to do 2 weekly readings, so maybe come back to it next Thursday as well. And just have a check-in. You know, have it on in the background while you're washing the pots or painting that wall. Excuse me, Carl, you're being too noisy. Okay, please leave, thank you. Align your life. What is not aligned or what needs to change? What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Sagittarius had something like that. Many of us have learnt to be who the world wants us to be. That's what I was picking up on. It's literally in my notes with the masks coming off. Hang on. I had like the first draft of my notes and I redrafted them. Playing a role. Did your best to convince yourself and the world that you loved someone or something, but you didn't. That you were something or someone, but you're not. The mask has slipped. That's the message I wrote down intuitively. Yeah, look at that. Fracturing of the self, fracturing of who you thought you were because you're somebody new, you're somebody different. You're not who you were told you are. It's like you've discovered you. You've discovered yourself by doing the shadow work, your dreams, what you want your future to be like. Where I feel like you've always, because you're Capricorn, you do things by the book. You've always played by the rules. You've done things. You played a role that others. It's like it's this feeling of like suddenly seeing yourself, you know how I said it's like I saw myself from third person. It's like suddenly seeing yourself and being like, my life up until this point was an actor playing a part on a stage. They give me a Madonna song. I've always been in love with you. Guess you've always known. You took my love for granted. Why, oh why? The show is over. Say goodbye. Say Goodbye by Madonna. So it's like this feeling of, I've always been wearing a mask and I didn't even know. I didn't know. It's like the Matrix, right? Again, or like Inception. It's like I was. Sorry, they keep giving me things. It's like people keep saying in tarot readings, like we choose our role before we even enter into Earth, before we even enter into consciousness. Our destiny's mapped out for us. We agree to certain things so that we can learn those lessons. I feel like you did whatever you had, you did whatever you came to Earth to do. You learned the lesson that you were here on Earth to learn. So the rest of your life is yours now. I heard it ends here, not your life, but the role. I heard scripture and conditioning. And then that David Bowie song as well. It came through Nirvana last time I did your reading, where it's like we met upon the stairs. That you saw yourself, you met yourself, you saw yourself, but you were wearing a mask. You saw yourself, you met the actor, you met yourself, but you were the actor. That's very deep. That is very, very deep. So now you're you. It's like you were fractures. You were almost like the actor that people wanted you to be. Like wearing the mask, playing the role, being the hero, you know. And then there was like who you were underneath that you were suppressing, and it was making you almost like resentful. You got a song through Secret Life by, I think it's Jack Severity. So it's almost like you were playing two roles. You were playing two roles. The id and the superego, almost. Where now because you've accepted the shadow side, it's like come together. It's like you were two and now you're one. Leave that if it makes absolutely no sense at all. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it is harder to hold on to this facade. There comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed, because you've gone up a level, right? To surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore. Unbelievable, because I said that right at the beginning. I love it when it confirms what I've been saying, because it just makes me feel like validated. The mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. That's making me laugh because I posted on social media a thing about me being weird yesterday. It was this thing that said get weird, and I was watching like, what do you mean get? I already am weird. But that's what makes you unique. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it's time to assess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. What's in your life is not aligned or needs to change. So you're going to learn how to live authentically. Go on, let's get you on. What else, please? What else, please? Snake spirit. Time to heal. And again, the snake sheds its skin, right? And flamingo spirit. Embrace the in-between. Yeah, you're in the in-between. The butterfly unfurling its wings. Watch your words. Yeah, protect your dreams. Watch your words. Keep it to yourself. Well, we didn't see the stag today. Is that the butterfly? Look. 11:55. Watch out for number patterns. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful to you. I really love your readings. Like, you take me on a journey. You take me on a wild ride every single time. Do take care. I hope that was helpful to you. Yeah, again, I'm going to rewatch this reading at some point because I need to like go back through that one. But it's so interesting. It feels like you've done so much shadow work and you're really coming into alignment and you're bringing in this new thing, and it's not even for yourself. It feels like it's like a global thing, right? A new age. Like, it's really cool. It's really cool. And all while you're doing this, you're protecting the innocent, you're protecting the vulnerable. It's really sweet. Capricorns, you are fucking amazing. You know, top of the mountain, bottom of the ocean. There's nowhere that you're not prepared to go. All right, do take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. We thought we were done. We thought we were done. I was nearly done. I was just starting to tidy up the cards. The Empress keeps showing herself to me. She's holding the bloody lotus flower. So I'm going to read it. You know, it's... oh, by the way, I just randomized you the song you need to hear the most right now. The most impactful, important song that you could possibly hear at this point. And you got Pure by the Lightning Seeds. So, I don't know. Go and watch it. See what you get from that. The Empress, Venus, beauty, love, motherliness, femininity, wisdom, connection between spirit and matter, inner and outer wealth. The Empress embodies and commands the feminine in all its forms. Her form and surroundings are marked by beauty and wholeness. You feel the sense of well-being in her presence, taking part in the harmony of her being. Her beauty is not restricted only to the externally visible. Her femininity is fully evolved on all levels of her being, giving her a special radiance. She is mother and lover, ruler and seer at the same time. Her strength rests in the unifying of the highest spiritual values in their fully perceivable forms with the lowest material qualities. Her essential characteristics of her dominion are love in its giving and receptive aspects, white and red, creativity and fruitfulness, green, understanding and wisdom, blue. Her right hand holds the phallus-like stem of the lotus, which unfolds its petals in front of her heart chakra. Her left hand is open receptively. Wait, that's the left hand. Yeah, oh, look, her left hand is open receptively. The creativity of male procreative power unifies itself with feminine surrender. Again, this thing about the two aspects of yourself coming together, the yin and the yang, right? After she has integrated the male aspects of herself, a woman will internally and externally be in harmony. The pink-white pelican, which feeds its brood with its own blood, ew, signifies unconditional mother love. Again, like pink-white pelican, it's quite flamingo-like. Unconditional mother love, nourishing the young with its whole being. The Empress also represents the Great Mother, Mother Earth, who gives birth to and nourishes all living beings. The double-headed white eagle on the shield, corresponding with the red eagle of the Emperor, symbolizes the transformation which arises through the unification of the diverse aspects of your being. Again, the diverse aspects of your being. So it's maybe you've been in this masculine energy for a long time. Excuse me, car. Why do they have to turn around right outside my window? So yeah, it's like maybe you've been in masculine energy for a long time. I think we're both cardinal signs, so whether you're he, she, they, however you identify with cardinal signs, which is the yang energy, the masculine energy, right? So maybe you've been in that kind of emperor-like energy for a very long time, and now you're opening up your heart space and coming into a more, you know, unifying and embracing the feminine aspects of yourself, the more receptive qualities. I've got South Node Capricorn, North Node Cancer. Capricorn is a cardinal sign, more emperor-like energy, I would say, and the Empress is a more receptive, supportive energy. Cancer is the divine feminine. So, you know, that's my challenge, to get less emperor and more empress in my life. Or to be more like that, right? To embrace those divine feminine qualities. So there could be something like that for you, where you bring in the, you know, you've done one, now you're tackling that kind of more emotional self. Moon and Earth are united and surrounded by a magnetic energy field. When the emotional depths of the unconscious Moon manifest visibly Earth, they become available for consciousness to use. Blue flames to the right and left. Come on, cars. When the powers from within are integrated, you will radiate wholeness and completeness, which attracts other people magnetically, because it gives them a feeling of security and protection to be in your presence. The union of the Moon and Earth. So I'm just going to shut my window. I think somebody's smoking outside. The union of the Moon and the Earth appears once again on the crown. The Maltese cross emphasizes the significance of the union between the spiritual and the material. Her face is turned towards the dove. She's orientated towards the future. In her wisdom, she has turned from the past, the sparrow. The opening in the arch behind her can be seen as a gateway to heaven. This beautiful physical form merely hints at something more beautiful, much greater, which is hidden in it. Hermann Hesse described every phenomenon on earth as an image, saying that all images are open gates through which the soul can enter the inner world. My crown chakra's, I can feel my crown chakra, where it is ready. Here you and I and everything else are all one. Every person comes to such an open gate at some time in life, but few go through the gate or give up the pretty illusions on the other side, for what we may sense lies within the reality of the inner. So again, this kind of matrix thing of like everything on earth being like a play, like a stage, but being able to sense what's beyond that. Indications: the beauty you see in others, which attracts you to them, is a beauty you carry within yourself. This mirroring thing again. You are in the process of unfolding and evolving your femininity. This may be the right time to work through and clarify unresolved mother conflicts. Question: in your life there is a beautiful, strong woman from whom is there a beautiful, strong woman from whom you would like to learn? Suggestion: visualize your ideal woman. And this doesn't have to be like love interest, but your ideal, like what you think the perfect woman is. Write down her most important qualities. Try to find these in others and in yourself. Surround yourself with beauty and abundance. Affirmation: I am filled with power and beauty. So there you go. A little bonus message there for those of you who stuck around long enough to hear it. All right, I'm going again. Have a good week. Good luck with that, Capricorn, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.